Hey, I take it you forgive me for dressing you up like Frodo Baggins yesterday?
And it's hard at the end of the day.
Hello! I look like an old lady. And also Professor Quirrell. Bring me Harry. Shh. So it is almost spooky day. Halloween is like 2 or 3 days away. By the time you're watching this, it is probably the day after Halloween. We're just gonna extend the spooky season just a little bit. So as many of you know, it is my favorite holiday ever. I have been filling my October with so many spooky things, and it has really helped to kind of extend the season for me, which helps when you start like beginning of August. So for the week of actual Halloween, I wanted to do something cutesy and wholesome and spooky and vintage. What I am going to be doing this week is exactly what it says in the title. So I have been seeing this image floating around the interwebs for pretty much the whole spooky season, and I knew almost immediately when I saw it that I wanted to recreate at least one of these because they are freaking adorable. I think what I'm going to do is recreate the bottom right one. Mr. Side-Eye Moon over here was also tempting. Maybe next year. We're gonna give it a try. Of course, as always, a little nervous, but you know, diving head first into things is what I like to do. So we're gonna try to do that. I am going to head to the fabric store today. This is a little bit different because it is making a costume off of just a design and an illustration, which is a little nerve-wracking, but also kind of cool because I feel like I get a little bit more freedom with how I want the garments to look. So I'm going to head to the fabric store and I will discuss more of the kind of textures and materials once I get there. Oh, teenager on a bike, don't judge me. Alright, so I'm in the parking lot of Joann's, and if we look at this costume, like I said, it's an illustration, so it's a little hard to tell what the materials are gonna be. For the blouse, I think I'll probably get a felt, an orange felt, just because those spikes are pretty rigid and stick out, and I feel like I need felt for that. And also I was planning to use felt for the little jack-o'-lantern friends. The skirt, I think I can actually get away with just using one of the skirts I already have, which will be kind of the easiest solution and cheapest. For the sleeves of the top, I don't really know. It just looks like gray fabric, so I could always go to the thrift store after this and just find a gray long sleeve. It's getting hot in here. Okay, I think it's doable. Let's go. Got everything that I needed. I will explain what I got when hello. Oops. When I get home. But right now I'm heading to the thrift store. The whole thing came out to around $50 with coupons. Kind of expensive, but I also got myself, wait for it. You're about to be real proud of me. Real fabric scissors. Real fabric scissors. I never thought I'd spend $20 on a pair of scissors, but here we are. Also, I got to explain twice what I was making. When the Joann's employees ask you what you're working on. I'm back. Remember when thrifting used to be a cheap alternative to buying clothes? Man, those were the days. I bought literally 4 things at Savers and it cost me over $40, which is grade A. Baloney. Savers is getting a little too bougie for this cheap ass bitch, so I may need to switch over to Goodwill. So I will show you what I got, I guess, starting at Savers after my little spiel. So first off, I got unrelated things. I got these shoes because they're cute. These shoes, which are most likely a size too small for me. My plan was to get just a cheap like $4 pair of shoes so that I can paint them orange. But every single pair of shoes there was $9 no matter what they were. I'm gonna feel a little guilty painting them. For the blouse, I was going by the illustration and looking for something gray. And initially I found this shirt, but then I just decided that it's such a pretty shirt. I didn't want to destroy it. But I did find another gray shirt, which I'm not crazy about the design or anything, but the sleeves they'll work fine. So from Joann's, I got chocolate. This stripy fabric. This was only $2.69 a yard. I got this for the cape. Orange felt. Probably a little bit too much. I feel like I'm still such a novice at sewing that it's hard for me to tell how much to get fabric-wise for garments that I'm making unless I have a pattern that specifically tells me how much to get. I don't know. I end up getting a little too much, which I guess is better than getting too less. But this will be for the little pumpkins and for the kind of zigzaggy, pointy skirt peplum thing. And for the shirt, I decided not to use felt because felt is not the most flattering when you make it into actual like clothing. So I did decide to get just a orange cotton. They don't exactly match, but there's not much I could do about that. Last thing I got was just this gray interfacing to help with the cuffs and the neck collar thing to stand up. I guess my next steps would be to start draping things on my mannequin. I think I am going to start that tomorrow so that I have kind of a fresh full day to sew. Yes, I will see you tomorrow and we will start assembling this baby. Alright, so the first thing I plan to do is work on the shirt because that is honestly what I'm most worried about because I have kind of the least direction in that area and I don't have a pattern to follow and I'm a little nervous. But what I do have is this dress. I'm not going to tear this apart because I like this dress. I think using it to kind of study where I should be putting seams and darts. So it looks like this is all basically one big frontal piece and then it has a couple darts here and here, so right under the chest. Might be completely wrong, but I feel like I can just lay this on the fabric itself and making enough room for the darts cut out a general shape and then that way it'll make it a little easier to... Sorry, lately when I talk I just like have so much spit in my mouth. I feel like it'll make it easier to drape it onto my dress form because I'm not dealing with a giant hunk of fabric. Let's hope this works. Top so far. I just pinned all the sections together for now. It took a little finagling to kind of make the waist a little bit more flattering. I still might nip it in a tiny bit more, but I look like a pumpkin. Working hard. Alright, so for the sleeves, like I showed you before, I have this shirt My plan is just to use a seam ripper and take the sleeves off. I'm hoping it's that easy. Just go stand over here. Come on, over here. No? Good boy. I think I'm going to move on to the actual Peplum Skirt thing. I am taking the felt, and I think what I'm going to do is follow a circle skirt equation, similar to what I did in my Sally's dress video. I don't remember how to do the math on this, so I will be looking that up. I can't find the calculator thing that I used before, and it's bumming me out, my man. You are so fresh. All of these are talking about using pi, and I didn't do that last time. So we have no Wi-Fi because we forgot to pay the Wi-Fi bill.
Much later.
I just want to sew a circle skirt and everybody's telling me to use pi. I can't even watch my own video because we don't have Wi-Fi. Okay, so I had a tiny bit of a meltdown. I finally found a website that basically told me what I used last time. So I folded up the felt 4 times. So it told me for my waist to take the waist measurement I want and divide by 6.28, which is roughly 4 inches. So that's what I'm gonna do. Make a tiny little circle. So this looks like the literal tiniest looking skirt right now. So then you get this big orange donut. I'm gonna cut along this seam just because I don't need it to be a continuous circle. So yeah, I think that's just about what I'm looking for. It's like an orange Kermit the Frog here. Happy Halloween! From me and these skellies. Via my lovely husband, Nick, only gave me a slight heart attack. And upon further questioning, the name of this beautiful piece is called Single Dad Skelly. Didn't get as much done yesterday as I had thought I would have. It definitely shouldn't take me 3 days to make this outfit, but as you know, I am the actual worst. I got around to, as you saw, cutting out the kind of peplum thing, and then I kind of stopped for the day because I was feeling real tired. But we are gonna get this done today. Give me 5. here are the updates. As you saw, I did the little jack-o'-lanterns and I have my iron-on adhesive, no? Oh no, what's the word? Interfacing on the back so that when they hang from my skirt, they're not floopy, because they were definitely floopy before. Put the little sleeve doohickeys on. I may or may not have hot glued them on. And then I used the remainder of my interfacing to put on the back side of the skirt. Looking on my rug. Got a little midriff going on. Shirt's not long enough. Okay. So, I mean, it's definitely not perfect. Now, ideally, if I had more interfacing, I would put it on each one of these little flappies, but I don't have any more, so. And welcome back to Why Is This Taking Me So Long? We're getting there, I promise. But it's definitely a case of I wish I was done with this right now. Especially because it's 4 o'clock on Halloween night. So if me and Nick want to go do anything, I need to hurry the heck up. I have gathered the cape neckline and then the little mini cape on top of that. I gathered 2 of those sections, so now all I have to do is sew all of those together so that they're just one piece, and then somehow find a way to make that spiky outy collar. I'll be honest with you, it looks a little underwhelming. I think maybe it'll be cute when it all comes together, but right now it's just kind of like meh. It's done! So I guess we can kind of wrap up this project and talk about what went well and what didn't. Overall, it's alright. It's not my favorite thing I've ever made. I do think it came out cutesy. Feel like an over-the-garden wall character and like I'm going to like a little vintage Halloween party. That part of it I do like. I do like how cutesy it is. A couple of things that I think I could have improved, which I wouldn't really have known unless I tried it on. Number one, I should have made these little pumpkins double-sided because they were so easily flooped over whenever I walked, so you could see like the backside. So I think if I just glued another side to this, it would have been good. Number two, I'm not sure the beret was the best choice. I kind of feel like the aunt from Jumanji or Doug Funny's older sister. I did the best I could with this thing. I don't know. I look a little bit like I should be Timmy Turner's fairy godparent, but the sleeves are definitely not as dramatic as they are in the illustration. Almost every aspect of this I have something that I would have liked to improve on. I don't hate it. I think it's cute. It's just not one of my favorite things that I've ever done. Happy November 1st. I hope that you guys had a good Halloween, and I hope that you I don't remember what I was gonna say. It's been a long week, okay? I think I'm definitely feeling a little burnt out. I know that it doesn't seem like I did that much extra work on YouTube here on YouTube, but over on Instagram I did do my 13 days of Maksy, and I think it was very fun and it was very challenging and it was good for me to push myself, but I'm also feeling like I need a long nap. But yeah, I hope that you guys liked watching. Hopefully we can keep the spooky vibe alive just a little bit longer because, you know, I'm just in denial and I don't want to let it go. That is it. I love you guys whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like subscribing, no. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every week and we have fun here. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Oh, this is a big yawn. Oh my goodness. Do 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 do. That's a weird one to get stuck in my head. Dang it. Because my armpits are too girthy. Now the shots look cool, but the idea of it is quite silly. Set up camera to go into car. Go into car. Get out of car to get camera. Instead of like a black cap like that. Hello? Why? What was I saying? Dang it. It's just the UPS guy. Just leave him alone. He's just doing his job. Alright, so... Oh. Okay. Why? Stop! Because I'm only making... What's happening here?